If you're looking for a self-care journal or you're considering these from Erin Condren but aren't sure which you should buy, this video is for you. Hey, I'm Lauren, and on here I talk all things self-care and planning. Today is a comparison side by side of these two different options from Erin Condren. I purchased both of them because I really wanted to see what the differences were. On the website, this one is listed as the self-care notebook, and then this one is the self-care journal. And actually this one comes in one of these, and it says that it is like part of their PetitePlanner lines. So if you've purchased any of their PetitePlanner products, then you are familiar with like how this feels. So it's exactly the same like size of those. And then this is just a coiled option with some tabs. And this is like the regular Erin Condren paper that's in their planners and other coiled notebooks. This paper is a little bit different than that one. There's a little difference there. This paper is a little bit more smooth, and then this one is like the toothy Erin Condren paper. I figured I'll try and do this as best I can, like side by side as we flip through. It's like the best way I can think of to show a comparison. I'm gonna do the best I can to keep it in frame. Oh, this color inside is so pretty. It's like a blush color on the inside. I hope the camera's picking up like the true nature of that. This is more like tan, and this is a little bit more pink. This one, they will have, because these are like the interchangeable covers, it has the lined, you can use wet erase markers on here, or you can use like a permanent Sharpie pen and then use alcohol to wipe it off if you want to actually use this functionally. So this is what the nameplate page looks like. And then this one will have like, sort of like how their life planner has some sort of a design page next. And then it turns to like the information. So over here, it goes straight to this, and it says you are priority. So the headings right here is the same. So let's see, it seems like this is going to be the same information here as here. Well, it does start with how are you doing, but it doesn't, seems like it veers off after that. This paragraph seems to be the same as this one, and this paragraph is the same as that one, it looks like. So it looks like some of the same. This one though has like a little area where you can sign it saying I, and then you fill in your name. Will take action to honor my needs and self-care more regularly because I am a priority. I'm important and always worth it, and my health and happiness matter. And you sign it and you date it. I wonder if this has it, but like in a different spot. Nope. So this is just, these are all the pages for how to use it. Let's see how many this has. So it just has that. And so it's just, this one just has like the little letter, just like this, almost identical. And then this petite one only has this as far as instructions, and it doesn't even title it like how to use the journal. And then this one, how to use the journal, checking in section, setting up for the month, weekly planning and reflecting section, how to use this journal, daily self-care considerations, celebrating and reflecting. I definitely would read through these. Make sure you pause if you want to read any of this, but definitely do not discredit this information because it'll explain to you how this journal is intended to be used. Important to go at your own pace. Some self-care considerations. Here's a spot for you to list out. Self-care comes in many different shapes, sizes, and flavors that can work at different times. Write down the kinds of self-care that work best for you. So this has a page in it for writing that sort of thing down, and this one does not because it jumps straight into the daily pages here. So that's cool. Okay, and then in the beginning you have this checking in page, which I believe this has a checking in page too. No, this does not. So there goes another difference right away. Let me move this off to the side. So this has like a checking in page. It says what self-care means to me, how my self-care is right now, why self-care is important to me, my self-care intentions. And then you have a monthly self-care tracker. And then you have this month's self-care intentions on the actual tab. What I'm excited about, new forms of self-care I'm trying. So let's see, this one, like, so after this, you just jump right into a section that's this week, self-care this week looks like, how I need support, what support looks like, and then it goes into what looks like a daily page. So in this Petite, it just goes straight to a this week page and then a daily. And it looks like this one has the tab. So the tab is like basically a dashboard page, front and back, dedicated to what the intentions are for this month. On the back side has a this week. So this is like a side by side right here. So this page is comparable to this page, where it's like, this is what it looks like over here, where you're talking about this week and then this week. Because it says self-care support this week will look like, yeah, basically similar prompt. What I'm looking forward to, and then left this one blank, open to whatever you want it to be. So it's definitely different. It's not exactly the same. And then this page, this is what the daily page looks like. And I believe this version came out first and then this version. There might have been another version of the self-care journal before this one, but I'm not entirely sure. This one I know is like the most recent self-care option. It's possible they might tweak this to where it is available in a different design in the future. Same thing with this, they might tweak this so that it's in a different design in the future. But as of right now, the day that I'm filming this in March of 2023, these are the options on their site. So it looks like you have almost the same, but down here they basically left it to where just today's self-care. And here you have that extra other ways I took care of me section. So they just kind of cut that part out. And as I suspected, it's going to go 7 days of these daily pages. So at the end of the week, in the notebook, how I took care of myself this week, self-care that worked well this week, the best part of the week, and next week. And then again, you have another page that starts the next week where it's self-care for this week is going to look like, and then you'll have the 7 days. So let's see how this one looks at the end of the 7 days. So here goes a tracker that this can be compared to this one over here. So it seems like the tracker in the Petite is just in a different spot. This one is listed as a monthly tracker. And I've already sort of looked through this ahead of time, and I know there's going to be one of these in each week. One of the differences, this notebook is going to have a monthly self-care tracker. So it's just this one page of tracking. Versus in the notebook, you're going to have one of these pages for each week, and they are going to be at the end of every week. So you would need to remember to, when you journal, to turn to one of these pages. I would like use a magnetic bookmark to mark both like this and like the current page that you're on, so that you can remember to return to this if you're wanting to do tracking. And then here's the reflecting on the week. So let me flip back to what the reflecting of the week page looked like in here. So this is how that one looked. Reflecting on the week, how I took care of myself. So that's the same. Best part of the week, that's this here. Next week will be is right here. And then self-care that worked well for me is here. So they just kind of move these to swap them. And then it goes again to the next week. So this one will repeat. The color changes, I think, with each month. Or is it it's not each week, is it? Okay, so yeah, it seems like every week. So this is one color. It's like a pink. And then the next week is like a little bit of like a red, like a burnt orange red. I don't know, something. And then it goes to some kind of orange color. Then it goes to this tan, brownish tan color. And then it goes to, I would call this is like some kind of a green gray. It's like, it's not a gray, but it's like, it's got a little bit of a green to it. I like that color. Then a blue, and then, is it like a blend? Okay, this almost looks lighter than that, but it's fine. It's probably just printing differences. Is a purple, a dark purple. And you see how this one, it really just is every week. It doesn't have any months in between. And then at the end, you have this. So we'll have to compare this at the end to this one. So let's see how this one goes. And how many weeks was that actually? 7 weeks. So this is a 7-week self-care journal. Only 7 weeks in here. And then let me go back to that page at the end where it's like celebrating you, because I think this one has something at the end too. So this is the end of 1 week, and then this is the 2nd week. And these are all, the colors are all the same for this first tab. So I'm imagining there's probably 4 weeks in each. So that's 2 weeks. I think that's 2 weeks, right? Or nope, here's. So it's 5 weeks. And at the end of the month in this one that you don't have in the petite is like, you have this same thing in the end of the petite, but in this one you have a monthly check-in reflection page. Just like in the beginning you have something to do in the month. So this isn't just weeks. This includes monthly reflections as well, and monthly like check-ins, like this, the intentions that you want to do for the month. Like the petite will have the sort of tracking in there, but it's on like a weekly basis. And this one, it's at the month. So the color for the 2nd month is like on here, it's like a pink. It sort of is kind of like a pinky peach, sort of. And so you go 5 weeks, and then you go to this tab, and it is, does this say the same thing every time? Nope. So these are different, like what that says, and different. What does this first one say? Cool. And then the 3rd tab, so this is 3 months. So this journal is going to be 3 months with 5 weeks each. So 5 times 3 is 15 weeks. So this is like twice as many weeks as this little petite journal. The last tab is like a tan, which is actually, in my opinion, a little bit too light. So it might be difficult for some people to read. I don't know how well the camera is picking that up, but it might be difficult for some people to see that color of the, color of it. I can see it okay, but it's not my favorite. I really think it needs to be a little bit darker. All right, this is the end for the month, how self-care went this month. And then here's the end of the journal. So the end of this notebook, I shouldn't call this one a journal because that's not what they're calling it. They're calling this the journal, this the notebook. At the end of the notebook, after the 3 months, you have something to reflect on the past 3 months, what I noticed, what changed, how I asked for help, how I received self-care support from others, how my self-care has evolved, and see how these compare. So this one, it just says celebrating you, and I'm proud of myself for, I'm grateful for, I know I'm capable of, how I feel, how I've grown, what I've learned about myself. Oh, and look, this one has a self-care that works for me page, but it's in the back. So you might remember this one is in the front. So there is a self-care page. Let's see, it was in the front over here, right here. So this is what they have in the notebook. This is what they have in the journal. So in the journal, it's at the back, but in the notebook, it's in the front before the month. So that's okay. I didn't know that was going to be there. All right, let's go back to the end of this one. This one, let's see, how I took care of myself this week. All right, we already looked at that. Let's see. Next one after that. Oh, there's more. I'm proud of myself. Oh, wait. This is the exact same thing as this one. So this is the same, and then that's the same. So the notebook has an extra page in the back. This is the extra page that's not in the journal. So definitely a lot more reflecting pages in the notebook. So this is the same as that one. And then what's after this one? We just have that, and then we have a sheet of stickers that's coiled into the planner, and these are rose gold foil. And then that's the end of that one. So with this one, you have after this self-care works for me, you have just, this is pretty, Chin Up and Breathe. That's the end of that. I much rather prefer this than the Harmony Neutral, but that's just me. And then you get a sheet of stickers that's in a pocket. So I like that these journals have a little built-in pocket folder with the sheet of stickers in it. Ooh, this is cool. This little mood tracker sticker. Oh, and it's like a little smiley face. I guess that's like a neutral and then a sad face. These are cute. That's interesting that they don't have mood trackers on this one. And this is the same, like a rose gold. Is it rose gold? Yeah, it's a rose gold foiling also. And this one does not have a pocket, the notebook. But you could get one of those vinyl stickers and stick it on there and make that a pocket if you want, if it's absolutely important to you. So this one's 3 months. This one's 7 weeks long. No monthly reflections in here. You'll have monthly reflections in here and then extra pages in the front as far as explanation on how to use the journal. Oh, they're both A5 size. I don't know why I didn't say that. This is like an A5 journal, and then their petite is basically, the pages are basically the same. It just, if you put them on top of each other, take off the coil, it's like an A5 size. So I forgot to mention that. All right, if you found this video helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know which one of these you would prefer if you were going to pick one of them up. And if you do plan on shopping soon, I wanted to let you know that today, on the day that this is going out, which is March the 15th, Erin Condren is having a sale currently. So I'll leave links in the description directly to each of these products so you can check them out and see what their sale prices are today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.